This is a video about the fundamental, that is unhooking. I'm not talking about going for S-mobs, Rayleighs and S-bends straight away. I'm talking about becoming familiar with unhooking at all and the kind of things that you're going to need to know. Many people I see go out and try S-bends straight away, just unhooking for the first time. But I don't recommend doing that. I recommend getting familiar with the whole system and the whole setup. You can see here, I'm just playing around on the water, unhooking and hooking back in, just getting used to how things work. Just doing that occasional hop, and you build up slowly, as I've said in my other videos, and things are going to go well, and you've got much more of a chance of progressing. One of the biggest problems I see for people is overshooting kites. When you unhook for the first time, people find that their kite might fall back in the window, into the power zone. It's a scary place for it to be. That's basically because your kite isn't depowered enough for unhooking. Lots of kites today will unhook nicely and not do this out of the bag, but still there's quite a lot of kites that still do this. It's all about how you have your kite tuned. So if you do find your kite backstalling like this into the power zone, you need to make sure you add on depower just until it stops backstalling. That'll make sure you haven't got too much depower on so that you can actually turn the kite while unhooked, but it'll also mean it won't backstall and fall in the water into the power zone, which can be a little bit of a scary prospect. Remember this, when unhooking, sometimes if you're going to crash or you're going to have a hard crash, it's just better to let go of the bar. Talk to any wakeboarder, behind a boat or a cable. If they hold on, they know it's going to hurt more. So presuming you've got that safe buffer zone around you and a reliable flagging leash, just remember sometimes it is going to be less painful to let go, especially in the higher winds. We're not there yet, but I just thought it was something good to let you know. So I'm going to run through your first ever unhooking event. We've already sorted out tuning the bar so the kite won't backstall. That's a really important point. So the next stage, we want to be going around out in approximately 14 knots, keeping the kite at 45 degrees at a moderate speed. Pull the bar towards you and pull the chicken loop from the spreader bar. Keep your shoulders back and keep your elbows bent. It's very important to keep your elbows bent. If you have them out straight and your body hunched over forwards, there's no depower left from your body from being able to bend your arms. That's really bad for the shoulders. Always keep your elbows bent when you're unhooking. So now, being your first time, you're probably not going to want to be unhooked for very long, just a few seconds. You're going to find the kite's going to be pulling away from you quite hard. This is where, when you want to get the chicken loop back onto your harness, you want to head downwind. Anytime you're trying to get hook back in and you can't because you find yourself overpowered, all you need to do is head downwind. If you head downwind, point the board downwind, you'll slacken up the lines and you better pull the bar towards you and hook back in, no problem. This is why it's really important to have a decent buffer zone when you're doing unhook stuff in front of you. Like with the other fundamentals, I'm putting the emphasis on building them up slowly over time, starting out in lighter winds, with shorter times of actually unhooking, and just progressing slowly. If you do that, your progression will be a lot faster. And just think about the wakeboarders and what they have to deal with. They don't get to use a harness. So get out there and get practicing.